Hello, friends. If there's anybody out there, say hello in the comments. Let me know you're there. And we do have our special friend today, Kylie Koo.
Hello.
There
Hello,
she
hello,
is.
hello.
And we did get our video fixed. Uh,
Hello,
they're
hello, hello. Hold on.
uh, oh yeah, we've got a.
That's me. Sorry.
It's okay.
Give me a
Okay, you
second.
got it. Um, yeah, it's hard to remember to turn the sound down on our other devices. We can only have one. But I know that we kind of rescheduled last minute for this, and I did pop in a little early, and some people could be late. Everybody's out Christmas shopping. Oh, hi, Yolanda. How are you?
Hi, Yolanda.
I hope our picture is better. I think we fixed the problem. Fixed it. Yeah. So we are if you're new here, thank you for being here, and I hope you would consider subscribing at the beginning of each stream. Hi, Christy. You did. You made it. I'm so glad. And you're right on time for a little bit of an oracle card reading too. So just a
Hi,
little
Christy.
something to and that is Kylie Koo there in the background. Um, that just a little something to inspire us for our best and highest good, and because the pictures are beautiful on here, and we get such lovely words that I think we can all fit into our life and into our week. So last time we had change, gratitude, and worth, and I didn't put them back in the deck so we don't get them again, although maybe I should. Maybe I don't know if that's if I don't know anything about these. Hi, Nancy. I'm glad you made it. We fixed
Hi,
our
Nancy.
Julie. Julie, how are
Hi,
you?
Julie.
She's been having all those back problems.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're glad you're here. Glad you're here. So, I took off my arm brace, you guys. I can only handle about 2 hours without my arm brace. And I can't lift my elbow, but I will do the best I can, you know, for our fun today. Okay, so I'm just going to pick 3 of these cards here, and these are going to inspire us. Oh, you've never done this before. It is I mean, they're not tarot cards. They some people have a real aversion to those. These are oracle cards, and they are for positive attitudes, basically. So I'm going to pick the top one, and that'll be number 1. I don't know why I set them down. And we're going to pick that one for number 2 and that one for number 3. How's that? So let's read number 1, because this is how we always start out. Oh, yeah, I know. Yolanda, I have moments where I have been pushing myself a little harder than I should be. I start physical therapy on Monday. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at this card, you guys. It's perfect. Invite help. I can't be on my elbow. Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God. Pursue me. Oh, I don't know. Raise your hand if that kind of resonates with anybody out there, because boy, I tell you, I've been trying to invite help daily, and sometimes I need to invite my husband's help with my arm here. So got to have a little humor in there. This was number 2. And of course, when we're done with these, I will take pictures of them and post them so that you can all see the artwork and everything so close up. This one is ease. Look at that beautiful picture. I'll try not to get a glare. It is easy for me to receive. It is easy for me to receive. It is easy for me to receive. And that's something we need to say to ourselves. I mean, we should be saying this daily, because life feels hard, and it is. It's easy for us to receive. When we believe that, it happens. Okay. And here's number 3, loss. Ooh. Sometimes you learn truly offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one that I think that I would want to read a couple times personally. Like, and when I take a picture, I will probably read that again, because I think there's a lot in that. So that is.
I think those 3 cards go really well together because, you invite help and it's
Uh-huh.
saying, but, welcome that help in whatever format that is. And the loss might be that in inviting help, you've got to let go of something else.
That's
Or,
your ego. Yeah.
what you bring in is something
Yeah,
different to what you might have actually wanted. Yeah.
absolutely.
3 great
Yeah.
cards.
I think we always get 3 that really go together somehow, don't we? It's like just saying we want it for our best and highest good. They really, really, and Christy, instead of saying, I wish it was easier for me to receive, you're pushing it away. Don't do that. Hi, Estella. What you want to do is say, it is easy for me to receive. Let the universe hear it, because what we send out, we get back tenfold. Oh, don't forget to, I almost need to like tie my upper arm to my body so I don't lift it that way. Okay, and then we got this new deck, and I'm just gonna pull one of these, because these are, oh, and by the way, if anybody's interested in that one, they are Divine Abundance Oracle cards by Tasha Silver, and the art is by Fena Gonzalez. And I think the art looks like stuff that we do. I think it's amazing. How are you today, Estella? I'm so glad you made it. And how's the video looking, you guys?
It's certainly looking good to me, so I hope it's looking good to everyone else.
We got a hard line, and I got some other equipment put in. So, okay, so I'm just going to take this first one here. Of course, we'll take a picture of this. These ones have longer messages, so that is one of the reasons we're only picking one of these at first. Plus, the artwork is a lot smaller, and it is, I don't know if you guys can see that, it is a woman in hands. I'm going to turn this light down just a little bit here. See if it works. There we go. And it says trusting. Today, I trust in God. No matter what happens, as my day unfolds, I will remember to remain in harmony. I will maintain my sense of humor, and I will keep my focus on God's love for me. In these ways, I will minimize drama and increase my inner spiritual strength. That's beautiful. So I want you all to know I am more Buddhist, sort of pagan, and God does not mean to me God in a church. God to me means the creator. So if you do not go to church or do any of those things, if you have a different sense of spirituality, and mine is just really on a personal level, that's how I hear that. So I don't want anybody to run when they hear the word God if they are, just personal spiritual. That is fine too. And Julie, I know you go to church, so your God is in a church, and that is fine. So I'm going to put these in the cup, and then we have our artwork for the day we're going to look at real quick, and I will get a picture of those. Put them in the cup. Okay. So I don't think we're going to pull one of these today. This one is not really anything to read. It's a picture. Oh, they're so beautiful, you guys. They're so beautiful. I think these are the most beautiful deck. For sure. No no argument about that really, because they're so almost, oh, you go, that was probably the one we had last week. They're so almost Salvador Dali, or like the collages that we do. They're just, oh, look at that. A house of flowers. Now, what you can do with this is use it for inspiration. You can use it, you know, say you like the color, or you like the flower, or you want to do a house today, or, you know, just some sort of inspiration you might get from that. And that is why we chose this one today. So I will take a picture of that as well. Okay, I'm going to put the cards away. All right, let's get down to business, shall we? So you guys know I did something silly this year. I've been wanting to do a steampunk Christmas tree for ages and ages. And for some reason, I decided I was going to do it the year I had shoulder surgery and I could really only use my left hand, because I am silly like that, I guess. I'm going to take this away too, or put it underneath. I was just flattening out my paper. So I am okay with only getting a few things on there, but the bonus about doing this today with you guys is to share some patina tips and tricks. And so last week we put rust all over our what's the guy called, the nutcracker, the big one, and I decided I don't want that much rust on him. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sand him off, and I'm going to spray paint him an iron color, and I'm not going to sand off all the texture. And then I'll go back in and rust some places here and there. I just decided it was too much. So it's okay to change your mind. That is always acceptable. So what I want to do today is this guy, because I kind of have some big plans for him. We're going to set him right here. And I want to show you a couple of the things, because I didn't have a lot of, you know, I don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of strength right now. I wanted to get some things for my tree ready, and I do have some of these on there now. I came up yesterday. I took some of those gears that Bill made me, and in a normal year, I would have rusted little bits on this. It has been spray painted, but instead I just, you know, added a sprig and did like a tie on it. I looked in my collection. I found an old rusty yo-yo, and it's old. It's really old. And all I did was tie a bell on it, and I'm going to put that on the tree. I also have a key here, and I did use some Nuvo mousse and some of this stuff to rust it, because this is one of the ones I spray painted copper. I added this hook to it, and then I added this charm. And this charm I had already alcohol inked ages ago. So I do have a few of these ready to go on the tree as well.
What's the stuff you referred to? You said this stuff?
This stuff right here is the Primo Marketing Art Alchemy metallic wax. And this is the stuff that kind of smells flowery. Some people don't really like the smell, and it's not my favorite. My favorite would be the Nuvo mousse or paint. And you guys know I love a good finger painting, and I usually use my fingers for all of that stuff. But these are, I used them together technically on that key, and we'll do a couple of these because I do have some more of these ornaments with some different designs on them. All I did was order one box of black ornaments to do this with. And then I don't know if, remember we did this? I don't know if it's too fancy to hang on my tree now, guys. Do you remember this? I'm going to hold it up. Is it too fancy? Is it going to get lost? Lexi, hey. I am the boss of my nutcracker. Will you tell my husband that? Another thing I did do was, and I'm not sure if I like this owl or not. He just came from the Dollar Tree, and I just gave him a little top hat. And I actually used the, I broke out the hot glue gun. And I also have this old rusty wind chime piece, and I'm going to use that on there.
I love that.
And it was already rusty. I mean, it's an old wind chime that's been taken apart, so it's perfect for that. But I don't know if I have if I put this on the tree, when it comes back off, it's not going in with the ornaments. I guess maybe that's what I could do, I guess. Same thing with the other ones that I made. These guys, I just think they're too fancy for the tree now. They're too fancy. I love her. But if she goes on the tree, I would take her off and put her someplace else.
She's an all-round, an all-year-round thing.
She is. She is. Same with him.
Yeah, definitely.
But this one that I put the crystal on that we did a couple weeks ago, I added a pin to the top. I used an awl to make a hole, added a pin to the top, and a little bit of this chain stuff that I got that has some little diamonds on it, and it's got the little black stones. And it became so fancy for the tree as well. So I'm not sure if they'll get to stay on the tree. I don't know. There's so much fussy detail on there, and they're so fun. Anyway, I'm going to put this to the side. I just wanted to share that with you real quick. And the bird cage, this is from my wedding. I have a few of these. I have one downstairs with an elephant in it because my husband collects them. But I think with this one, I'm going to put something in here. Could be a Christmas ball. Could be, just something unexpected is going to go in here. Probably not a bird. I did get 2 crows. They are down on the tree right now.
Crows.
I gave them, they're the kind you get at Halloween, but I had to order them because I didn't get any on Halloween. I never can seem to find them like at the Dollar Tree or anything. It's like people go in and buy up all the crows right away. I don't know what happens there. I'm not really sure. And I know none of this seems like Christmas stuff, but it will on my steampunk tree with a top hat. And I need to steam my top hat and decorate that still too. But so far it looks really cool. How about a nut in the cage? A nut in the cage. Does this go with our previous conversation and your last comment that made me laugh?
I think so. I think so. I think it's headed in that direction.
How about one of these guys that Bill 3D printed me? I mean, I've got another smaller one too. Where is he? He is here somewhere. I swear he is. I have like so much crap around me right now. He's too big, clearly, but I have so many birdhouses. I could probably find one that he would fit in. And I need to paint him. This is the original filament color, so he'll get painted.
He's fabulous.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's amazing. Oh yeah. Okay, so what did I say we were going to do first? Let us. I've got a few things here that I can do real quick and easy before we start on this guy. Not that. That is not going to be quick and easy. I do have this kind of an owl. He's got a clip on him. I got him. Oh, I was talking about my crows. Sorry about words are hard today. The crows actually, I gave a top hat to. I put a little striped scarf around them. I put a gear on them, and I just wired them to my tree. So, sorry, I don't have one of those down here for you to see. This guy right here, he was spray painted, and then he sat in a pool on the spray painted tarp that had other colors, and I love it. I'm leaving it like that. What do you guys think? I love it. So I took one of these little bead cap things because I don't know whatever happened to his thing here. And all I'm going to do is glue that on there right now. Should be an easy thing, right? Ugh. Just going to glue it on, and I'm going to put a little bit of, this is what I decided I am using for most of the ornaments. Let's get a pair of scissors here. I'm just going to take this, make a little knot if I can. See how talented I am in making a little knot. And then put it through the hole. Hopefully it fits. And I don't need to put it on a needle. Come on, you know you want to. Don't you want me, baby? Of course, I really messed myself up there. Okay. Are you going to sing for us too?
Did you hear me humming in the background there?
Oh, okay. Do you sing?
Me?
Yeah. You?
Me? Well, yes, a little.
Yeah? I really can't get that through there. That's going to make me mad. Let's do this another way. Because I can get it through there like that. And I might be able to get this one through. Guess I should have thought that ahead. There are many ways to get things done. Now, what I want to do is, so that doesn't come out.
That's good thinking. That is very good thinking.
Because I could see that happening. Yeah, sure. Could have made that a little longer. Come on, you know you want to. This is where I would normally get out a wire and make myself a little threader, because that actually works. Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay, so that should stay right in there. Let's put my all back. Sorry, I have to do things with my left hand over here, guys. But I'm going to use this. I have this little stick. It's got a little rubber end on it. And I'm going to grab a little bit of my, I got the heavy stuff out because I really need to use it up. It is so heavy now. It is very thick. So I just want to put a little bit on the inside. You could use hot glue for this. And then because I'm using this bead cap, it makes it really fancy. It suddenly is like special. I'm going to go crazy here. And then I'll show you how I'm going to fix not being crazy. Well, there is no cure for that, but right? Okay, so I'll actually take a paintbrush. I need to dry this. I'm going to dry it with a piece of tape on it. Oh, let's see if I can grab a piece of washi tape for that bit. And I'm going to take a paintbrush first, reaching with my left arm so I don't hurt myself. I'm kind of a stiffer paintbrush. And I'm just going to make sure that I don't have glue kind of.
Bye, Nancy. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much, Nancy. Really appreciate you being here. We really are moving on to more exciting things in a moment.
I have to say, Sharon, I think this is the best picture quality you've ever had. So
really,
you've really, really
we fixed it.
Yeah,
oh, that's
way better than I've ever seen before. So, and when you asked earlier, everybody said it's good to them. So that's
good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, yeah. So just a little tape on there. Keep it going. Okay, and then I showed you her last time. And I think I can do something pretty quick to her to make her special. Let's put this box back. I can just put a little bell. Oh, I'm going to put this off to the side in the bucket of things that are about done. I have this, and this is a really old bell. I'm going to put my little ring on. Get out my pliers. Not those ones. We don't want to cut it. Don't need those. Maybe those. And maybe those. Okay. So I'm just going to find a little bit of something to, because for some reason there was a little, and it's naturally got a patina on it, by the way. It's, these are old. And they're plastic. Anyway, I'm going to grab a length of something there, something fun. Let's put my phone someplace where I won't lose it here. Something fun. Let me see. So I have all that fun chain that I purchased, and I have it in green, black, red. I think I'm going to use the red. What do you guys think? Just a piece of that. Oh, it's more orange. It's more like a rusty color. I like that. And if you don't have one of these rings, we've talked about them before. And Kylie has an announcement.
You want me to say something now?
Yeah, I think we can say it a couple times during the stream.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Martha joining us. Martha, Seeking for Art. So, hi, Martha.
Hey, Martha. And Joanne, hello. Oh, Steampunk is
And Joanne.
fun.
Hi, Joanne. So, yeah, so Sharon and I have a bit of an announcement to make. We've decided that in 2025, we are going to do a monthly collaboration. So we're still working through the details of it, but probably once a month, we will each produce a video that will go out at the same time, so you can watch one and follow on to the other. And yeah, we're both really looking forward to collaborating and hopefully bringing you some interesting projects in 2025.
Yeah, just some fun stuff. I'm really excited. I'm looking for a charm right now that I'd like to use, or something that kind of looks like it should be a charm even. Like, oh, I mean, I could just use a gear, I guess. Ugh, let's do that. Like I said, I have so much crap around me.
Thanks, Yolanda. Yes, we are excited about it. So, as I say, we're still working through the detail, but yep, looking forward to it.
Should be some fun stuff, you know. It'll be some, you know, little smaller projects that anybody can do, I'm sure, because it'll be a monthly thing, you know. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna use my ring. Don't forget your ring. Gonna get that through. If it fits through the hole, I hope so. Oh, yes, there we go. And because that is kind of open, I'm gonna, well, let's put the bell on first. This bell is really old, and it was probably from something wedding, I would imagine. Probably had some doves or something with it. You gotta do it until it clicks. Here, let me see. It's not clicking. There we go. And what I'm going to end up doing is just flattening that out. And then I have some of these that don't have anything in them that I can use. I got an abundance of steampunk papers that I can use to put inside, and there's like characters and stuff. So does it really need that? Or is that enough? I think that's enough. And is this too long? do we want to make it a little, yeah, I think I do. Make it a little bit shorter. And what I'm doing is I'm just cutting the teeny tiny eye that is there. Okay, now I have this little piece I can play with. I'm just going to set it there and we'll try to use it today. So, oh, why did I put those away? Wrong one.
Yeah, Julie says she hasn't been able to find any of those rings yet. And yeah, Julie,
Amazon.
if you want, yeah, the funny thing is, it seems to be that in Australia, there's still things that for some reason do not go to that part of the world. It's
That's
bizarre.
pretty sad.
Yeah, but Julie, I'm going to order some for myself, and I think they come in sets, and I would very happily send you one. So if you'd like one, get in touch with me, and I will. When I'm getting one for myself, I'll get one for you too.
They come in 3s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look at that. And that little bell does have a little pearl, but it is glued. I don't even know where that came from. Probably in a jar of jewelry that I found once or whatever. So to give her a little bit of style here, I know gold doesn't tarnish, but maybe she was brass. And so I'm just going to give her a little bit of color here and there. And I will use, I better put my ring back here. Now, I could go all out and put some things on her frame too, but I might need to use paint on this one because she's plastic. So let me grab my paint. Let's do that. That didn't show up. So I don't want to goober up this yet. I'm not ready to get that messy. So I'm going to use a piece of paper. I have a few next to me. Ooh, don't move the arm out. I swear I'm going to tie my, above the elbow, tie it to my body. I swear I am one day. Maybe for our next stream. Just to ensure that I don't do that because I notice it.
So Julie's asking what the wax color is.
That wax is, and it is supposed to be, it's mint sparkle. Mint. I also have, and I've never used, and I rarely use these, you guys. I usually reach for the paint or the Nouveau Mousse. I just forget that I have them. This one is Heather Hills. I wouldn't hate having more colors, and just trying to remember to use them. I always forget them. I'm going to set them right here with my gold rub and buff. Okay, so I'm not just using that. What I want to do is add a little white. Because think about when brass tarnishes, it kind of turns white first. Before it takes years and years to get, I'm going to get a little something to stir that with first. Before it takes years and years to get that color on it, which...
Is it verdigris they call it?
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
And of course, vert is green in French.
Right. If you think about like the top of buildings where they used to, like the top of churches and stuff, where they used to use a lot of copper, or that's how that, like think about how vivid those colors are. If they're very old, they're very green. And it almost doesn't look real sometimes. So I want to make sure that I don't have any solid. I want it to be kind of all over the place. And I should have taped that off, but I'm being impatient. I want to get to my little nutcracker there. That's what I want.
That's right, Julie. Humidity can cause that color as well.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah.
So I think this is a lot, and I did it again. So what I'm going to do is probably dab some off. So I live in a really humid place, where, that just happens. we have moss and mold, and rust happens pretty easily here. And then I'm going to do the bell. Give him a little bit of, just a little teeny tiny bit. And if you notice, it's almost a light blue. So you can actually play with some different colors of blue to get your patina, which is, what we would call all of it is in that category of patina, whether it be rust or verdigris, or, it's what happens with age. That's all. I'm getting a patina too.
Yes, I've got a fine patina on me.
Those are my age spots. Those freckles that are enlarging on my face. Yeah. So I'm just dabbing some of this off. I could have used paintbrush or whatever. And then I'm going to dab some. You guys can use a sponge for this process and really get a lighter version of what I just did. Because I used my finger, it went on there a lot thicker, which is fine. And kind of what I want, but.
So just to check, Sharon, that is a plastic ornament, albeit it looks like silver, and you've not put...
It's gold.
Oh, it's gold, is it? Okay.
Yeah, plastic gold.
Okay, it's plastic gold, and you've not treated it with anything. You're putting the acrylic paint directly on. Correct.
And I decided against the wax for that reason, that it's plastic, and it might just wipe right off. Ooh, don't cover the diamonds though with blue paint. there's it's like a stone, a diamond, a stone, a diamond. And this kind of matches the bell. I like that. So we're gonna let this dry, and then another tip here. If you don't like, and you see something that's like, oh, well, there's just too much there, you can go back to gold and sponge in a little gold back on. I do a lot of wax on, wax off when I do a project. When I do a big assemblage, that's how I do it. It's wax on, wax off. Oh, I don't like that. There's too much there. I'm going to go back to this. Or I like the problems that get created when you're doing a project. So you have to think outside the box. Those are where my best projects come out, I think. Don't you agree?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. When you really have to get in there and think harder about it.
Yeah. What color of paint are you using?
This is the Amsterdam. And I think Anne sent me this one. The Amsterdam. Yeah. It says pigments. Amsterdam. I'm not finding. Zicala. Zicala is, it's just turquoise green.
Turquoise green. Yeah.
So, you could use
green.
Yeah. You could use a lighter color. Yeah. You could use some with a little more blue in it, some with a little more green in it. Every metal is going to have a different composition, so you might get kind of a different you can get there with many colors. Think outside the box there, and say, hey, I wonder what would happen if I did it this way, or you can do it like that. So while we've got this here, I'm going to grab one of these because I've got this bucket of the ornaments that I haven't touched. And I'm going to use this up, but I want to put this someplace to dry. Oh, I bet I can put that on there, but I don't want to do it while there's paint on there. Okay. Sorry, I got to stand up and find a counter spot. So This is so my style, this whole steampunk thing, that I only went through a portion of my things for this. And I still bought some, like a dum-dum. But I went through a portion of it. And I am absolutely surrounded. This is more like, it's not a cockpit. I can turn all the way around and I have stuff all around me. It is ridiculous. That is all I have to say about that. It is so bad. So what I want to do here, I don't want to get too much paint on here, and I'm going to try to do a bit of dry brushing, a bit of, you know, why not? So I put gold on a lot of these. They all had a different pattern on them. Well, there was like 7 different patterns in this box of black ornaments, and I thought that was pretty cool. Some of them are screaming rust me, like the ones that have the glitter. And I know that black would not get a patina. That's not the point here. The point here is to get this color. I want lots of this color on the tree. Because, you know, it'll match the patina. So this doesn't have to look like anything, I guess. It's just looking fun. Actually, there's a little bit too much right there for my liking. There we go. Just sponge it back off like that. So now where am I going to set this one to dry? I'm just going to put it on something that I would patina anyway. Okay, and then, oh, this one's beautiful. Let's do a couple more of these. And I don't want too much. More white. This one has a different pattern. Look at that.
Oh, bye, Yolande. Thanks for...
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here today. It means a lot. I know I haven't been to anyone's lives lately because, well, you guys know I've had a lot going on. I've been so bad, but I love you all. Thank you. If you're new here and you haven't played with us before, please hit the subscribe button and give us a like. Even if you don't like, just, you know, let us know you were here.
Okay, Yolanda's going to keep watching, but
okay.
she's not going to be in chat because she's having lunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Okay, so we're going to do one more of these, and I'm going to pick a different. Oh, I love this. There were only, I think there were 6 in this shape, and I actually want to add just a little bit more white back in here. And some of this can go on our dude too. Our dude over here. We decided, I asked Bill, because I kept calling him the 3 wise men. And I don't want to do that because we're not, we're not that kind of religious, and so I said, what do we call him? And he said, why don't we call him the 3 wise guys? So I thought that was great. So look at that with a little more white in it, just bringing out that pattern. I love this shape. Oh, I did a really cheater thing too, with some ornaments that I saw at the Dollar Tree. I really liked their shape. So I'll show you pretty quick here.
Hi, Michelle.
Bye, Michelle. Thank you so much.
Hi. Sorry, that's me. That's
hi, Michelle.
Yeah.
Sorry. How are you today? Glad you're here. We're just having a little fun. Just, making that steampunk tree. I'm wiping some off, and then I'll put some of the blue back on over it. And this might be one of the ones that I go back in and do some other stuff to, because I really like the shape. All I'm doing is lightening it up right now. So.
They're actually very unusual baubles, are they not? With all that kind of texture on it and being kind of black. Yeah,
they are.
They're cool. Yeah, I like them.
Well, and black ornaments. I found them on Amazon. I was just looking for something different, that I could use. And the ones that have glitter really, really say, hey, rust me, you know. Oh, I have a really cool idea for this one here. And so I'll just do a couple spots on it. So I
Oh, and
have
we've got Diane from the Messy Palette joining.
Diane. Hey, I'm glad you made it. Okay, so I have these little guys here that are so hard for me to use because they're different shapes and they're so tiny, but I feel like these need rivets. Do you see the shape of this one? I feel like it needs rivets everywhere. So I'm going to have to either use find some sort of way to put wax on the end of this, which I should wipe off, by the way. Or maybe I could use, poke, because it's clogged, some liquid pearls, but those are so hard to get even. So I'm kind of thinking it needs to have something in the middle of each one of these little squares, and it comes down to a, do you guys see that texture? I just want to put rivets all over it. And I'm going to figure out a way to do it. But I don't do the diamond painting, and I know there's a tool for that, and it's wax on the end of a thing, isn't it? Does somebody knows, right? Somebody knows out there.
I thought the same, Yolanda. That actually looks like a fancy perfume bottle.
This does?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess it does. I might have some old fancy perfume bottles that are empty.
Yeah, I've got a few
ornaments.
I've got a few.
Okay, so while this is still wet, I could do a few of these. I could do him. Let's do a few of these. Let's do this. That way they're ready to go. And just the copper, the brass. I ordered so many more of these. I have lost my mind, you guys. The thing is, I was worried. I was only going to have the one arm, so I was worried that I would need as much as I could that was kind of more ready for me, you know. So that was why I did it. So we're gonna go to the blue. Just get a little bit of that, and I'm not doing it everywhere. Just giving it some charm, giving my charm some charm.
Oh, Julie had to miss her birthday dinner with her family. Well, I'm not sure when your birthday was, Julie, but belated happy birthday.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Really hoping you're feeling back to A1 soon.
Yeah, for sure. Did you check out that vibration plate that I was telling you about? That I told you it fixed my husband's. I mean, like, he is having fewer back problems that he has had all of his life because of it. And I'm not sure what the magic is there, but that one's going to need more blue. But anyway, this gets these started. So maybe if I don't like them or they need more or whatever, what I can do is have them partially ready to go and add what I need to when I use them. So there we go. So this is about dried up right here. So leave that alone for a minute. Ooh, I just realized something. I have these kind of rivets and they match that ornament. What if I figured out a way? Nope. They're if they were a little bit smaller, just a tiny bit. I have these little butterflies that I got, but all of them are bent, so one side is smaller than the other. And I accidentally ordered 2 packs. So we're going to be doing some prize giveaways for all the things that I ordered 3 of that I only meant to order 1 of. We're going to have to. All right, let's get on him, shall we? Okay, so the first thing I would like to do, because I see him as a warrior, I'm going to move this over here. Just on top of my glue. So as a warrior, I see like a Viking almost. So I do want to make this, because this would be silver or iron or whatever. I'm going to paint it, and I am going to add a little bit of rust to his thing here. And he's going to be kind of a mixed metal. Probably do an iron helmet. I don't know. I'll think about that while I'm doing this part. How's that sound? So with iron, I'm going to want to use, I have, you know what I think might work the best for this is my deep pearl brown. And I know that sounds weird, but it's such a deep, beautiful color. And I think it'll give me the full coverage that I want. He's so big. He's like, you know, and then I'll add a little bit of black also to my little pile here.
Hi, Rhonda.
Hey, Rhonda. How you doing today? Is everybody done with their Christmas shopping yet? I'm curious about that. And then I want a little bit of this iron sand in a minute also. Oh, I do have this black. This just really thin. I should not be shaking with my right arm. That was bad.
So Julie says she does actually have a vibration plate. She realised after you described it, she's got one, but I think she's waiting till her back's a bit better before she uses it again, just in case.
Is it the kind you stand on?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, she
Really?
started using it years ago, and she'll try it again.
I think you should try it
once she
sooner.
knows it won't trigger her back. And Yolanda says, I love how you used the term get on it. Not that I think you need to move on. She's loving all of this.
Oh.
Because she says, yes, get on that nutcracker.
Oh, you're so wonderful. Thank you. I'm going to get on that nutcracker. Yeah,
Rhonda is making cards.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and Julie's gifting money to people this year, and Diane is only buying for the grandies this year.
I always go overboard as long as my children believe in Santa. And I mean overboard, like they get a lot of little things, because I raised 5 kids, and in order to make Christmas special, what we would do was get them a lot of little tiny things. You know, we couldn't afford to get them a $100 gift or whatever. So we would get them a lot of little stuff, and they always got a toy in their stocking, and they always got, you know, my adult children, if they spend Christmas here with us, and I still do it for my sister anyway, because she's like one of my kids, we actually go overboard buying little things. They always get pajamas for Christmas Eve.
Oh,
yeah,
new jammies for Christmas Eve.
Yes. They always get. I'm looking for the right paintbrush right now. They always get like, this paint gives such good coverage. That's why I chose this one. They always get a toy in their stocking. My son, that is 28, and his partner get toys in their stocking. So my stepdaughter did not understand this. And she is sort of ungrateful. And even her dad knows she's really ungrateful. Sometimes he's like, don't buy her anything. She doesn't deserve it, you know, because she'll be like, why did you buy me a toy? You know? And I always get underwear for my kids for Christmas and socks. And the first time I did that for her, she was like, that is weird. Why would you buy me underwear? That's gross. And I was like, because everybody gets underwear for Christmas. My son, he even says, it's exciting when you're an adult and you can't wait for Christmas so you can get new underwear.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so I put silly, ridiculous things that I know that they need, and they wait for Christmas to buy, you know, sort of things like that. And it's really funny. It's, you know, it's kind of a funny thing we do. And my stepdaughter does not get it. But I've become better at, she was really hard to buy for. Her whole family cannot buy for her. They have such a hard time.
Yolanda
And
asked what age she is.
what's that?
What Yolanda is asking what age your
Well,
stepdaughter is.
she's always been really young for her age. She is actually 24 now. But she's more like 17, I'd say. And it's not a thing with her brain or anything. It is the way she was raised by her mom. And she doesn't believe in being part of the system or having a job. And she just bought a van to live in. And she's always been a hippie. And I've had to beg her not to wear patchouli into my house because it really gives me a headache. And I mean, she's a hippie. And it's fine to be hippie. I mean, we're pretty hippie. We're, you know, kind of hippie parents, whatever. It's funny that his thing actually turns. I like that. It's very helpful. It probably comes out.
Michelle is asking what the nutcracker is made of.
He is wood.
He is wood.
Yeah. And I could have put a primer on him, but what I did and what I will generally do if I'm doing a project that is big like this is I will start with spray paint. If I know I'm going to put a patina on it and I know that it's going to be a project like that where I'm adding to it, I generally will start with a spray paint because it makes my life easier. And if you're not going to put a patina on it, use a primer spray paint because it has some tooth and it will work more like your primer that you put on your canvas. I mean, think about what men would buy to do their cars is a primer. And that's because it has the tooth and then they add the shiny coat, you know. I'm glad I can turn this. I bet it comes out. I bet it does. It feels like it might. I'm not going to worry too much about because I can get back in there. Okay. Now, while I've got these other colors here, I'm going to, I just put a new white thing out, but it doesn't have to stay white, you know. I'm going to decide what else should be sort of this color and maybe the black. So don't mind me while I stand him up. It might help, actually. And I'm going to start mixing these together. And I'm going to do the base while I have it out. Because then I will probably add some literal iron sand. I don't know if you guys know the story about this. I'm going to try to tell one while I do this. We went to stay at Disappointment or Cape Disappointment one year.
Ooh, where's that?
That is kind of on the Oregon-Washington line.
Okay.
It's in very southern Washington, Cape Disappointment. And it was called that because a lot of shipwrecks. It has a lot of, ins and outs, and there's a weird like little inlet, and it's beautiful. It's a gorgeous park now. But anyway, Bill was flying his drone, okay, because that's what he does when we go. And when we go places, he usually brings his drone. He hasn't been lately because I don't know what's going on with him. He's been building planes. Anyway, Cape Disappointment. His drone goes down, or he lands his drone, right? And there were these black patches all over the beach. And some were larger than others. And black patches, like the sand was black. And when he picked up his drone, a whole bunch of sand stuck to his drone, a whole bunch of sand. And we discovered that that sand was magnetic. He has, there are magnets in the motors in drones. So there's it's it's almost like a washer. There's a magnet. And it was covered with this sand. So it's literally iron sand. And I think everywhere that the sand is black, in my opinion, and because I know that it's magnetic, I think there's a ship or parts of a ship underneath the sand there. I really do. And we wish we had taken the metal detectors. They would have gone crazy right there, actually. But I think there's like probably big stuff underneath, and sand becomes sand after a while. It just breaks down. I'm hitting this up too.
Yeah, Yolanda says it should be Attraction Beach.
Yeah, it really is beautiful. There's these little coves, and it is beautiful. It's a huge campground. You have to pay a lot to get in. It's enormous. And there's they actually had some military sort of lookout there. And it's between two other coves that have lighthouses. So he actually flew from one lighthouse to the other, which was crazy and scary over the ocean because, the wind blows. And that is a really windy spot too, by the way. Okay, now I'm going to decide what else. And I know I got a little on his leg, but that's okay. I don't care. I can go back over it with gold. Maybe I do a green patina on his helmet. Maybe that gets rusted. This is a green patina. And I can use a different, let me hit this back up again while I have it on my brush. A little bit more of this and that. Maybe we can add our sand. So one year I was babysitting the kids, my best friend's kids, and I had them every day for the summer, and we did art projects, and it was so much fun. Gosh, that was such a fun summer. And they were really into making slime at that point, and I added some of my iron sand that I collected at the beach, and I have a couple jars of it downstairs. I actually added it to the slime, and it would swallow magnets. So you could stick the slime on one side and the magnet over here, and the magnet would move toward the slime and get swallowed up slowly. And it was the coolest thing. What's that, Diane? But apparently Christmas is not all about me.
Oh, we're talking about prawns. She was saying that usually for Christmas, does the kind of usual, but adds prawns and salad. And I said, well, it sounded good, but I don't like prawns. And she said, no, nor does she. And then came back and said, but apparently Christmas is not about her. Hi, Cindy.
Hi there, Cindy. Welcome. So I just added a little bit of that to my thing here. And what I'm going to do is make some iron rust. What I want is the texture from the sand. Now, I don't have to use magnetic sand for this, but it just happens to be black, which works out pretty cool. I do have orange sand from the top of a mountain, and we talked about that last time. There is little bits of stuff in my sand from the beach too still. I have white sand from Tracy. She goes to a special beach in Florida and brought me that. And I have some that's I have some yellow, kind of an orangey red, white, and black. And I use it all like this. I mix it with paint and, or use it like glitter on stuff when I have glue on something that I don't. I'm gonna ruin this brush. When I have glue on something that I don't want to show, I will literally, I might have to use my fingers. This is where it gets messy. This is the exciting part, guys, right here. And I probably need a little more paint in there because. So I'm giving it some texture on the blade. And I made way too much, by the way. But I'll find another place to use it. It's fine. I'll get one of those glittery ornaments out and get it started. So I'm just giving that, you know, the blade the texture because it would be made out of a different metal than the rest of his weapon, probably. And iron, when it starts to corrode, even before it's corroded, I mean, iron often has that sort of pitted texture.
Hello, Anne makes. Yes, she says she comes in when there's talk of sand, which, by the way, we could use some here, wherever she is, because our walkway is icy.
Hi, Anne makes. So with your icy walkway, use cat litter. Cat litter works so much better than sand. Yeah, this is glitter Sharon style. That is absolutely true. Okay, now I do have a couple other tiny little tips here. Hi Diane. We have 2 Dianes in the house. A couple other little tips. You can use glitter to do this, literally, and then paint over it. You can use embossing powder to do this if you have the chunky kind. If it's something that you can use a heat gun on, which I could do with this guy right here, but you know, it's hard to use a heat gun live, you know. There's so many ways to achieve this without having to have black sand or any colored sand at all. Just, you know, think about what you have. We don't often use glitter, but I bet you have a lot of it, you know, or maybe you do use a lot of glitter. I don't know. Hi, Cindy Duncan.
What wasn't the hashtag a few weeks ago? Make glitter great again.
I don't think we've done that. Have we done that?
No, I can't remember who suggested it, but someone in chat suggested make glitter great again.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So this is probably, as soon as it dries, it's gonna need another coat because I can tell that it doesn't have enough paint on it. And what I'll probably do is put a little oh my god, I can't reach with that one. I could put a little just a clear glue on it or put some of this on it or whatever to ensure that that stays put. And then add more layers if I so choose, because, well, if you put enough paint in it, that's not going to happen. But I went really light on the paint there. Another thing I can do, so I'm not wasting this. Let's grab a palette knife. Let's ruin my palette knife, shall we? Oh, come on.
So Diane, the messy palette, owns up to the hashtag make glitter glue again. Make glitter great again.
You was that you? I really like Art Your Feelings, and we've kind of I haven't really changed our hashtag in a while, but I've kept that at the top right here of my desk so that if anybody wants to use it and they're doing the project that we're doing, or you know, they've learned something, and I can hear my dog barking. I must have a package. Then you know, they can use that Art Your Feelings, or you know, you can just say Texture Junkies. That's fine too. I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on here, just here around the bits, around the edges. I'm gonna have to get something for my hands, like a baby wipe probably, to get this off my fingers so I don't get it everywhere. And maybe
Yolanda suggests make glitter grunge could work.
We can make glitter grungy. Sure, we can do that. That totally works. People would not understand how unless they watched this stream. Look,
so I'm just gonna pop in again and say, just since we've had a few new folks jump in, that Sharon and I are going to be doing some sort of collaboration in 2025 with a monthly project. So once a month, we will do a project to a similar theme. We've still to decide exactly what. So we'll both have a video that will go out at the same time on the same day. And you'll be able to jump from one to the other. And, we hope it just brings everyone just something else to, encourage your creativity as well.
And it could be anything also.
It could be anything.
Yeah. Small projects, generally, just, something to grease the wheels, right? Grease the wheels.
Hi, Cindy. Yes, I am Kylie Koo. My channel is Kylie Koo Studio. And yes, I am Scottish.
Isn't it wonderful?
And thank you for the compliment.
Oh, I love her accent. I could listen to Kylie all day if I could ever shut up. But that's my ADHD, and I do apologize, you guys.
It's okay. I'm Scottish, and I know when to interrupt.
Yeah. Well, I want you to. I give you, and you always have my permission to interrupt, because I could just be rattling on, telling a story, who knows? Then change stories in the middle.
So Rhonda asks if you're I need to start again. Rhonda asks if you're going to accidentally get grunge in his beard. There's a big long at the end of that.
Well, okay, so the silver one, I actually decided to, because I was kind of thinking about those people that stand on the corner and they pretend to be a statue, and they'll have like their hair will be painted too. So the silver one, I decided to go ahead and spray the whole thing. These ones I did first, and I actually taped off their hair, and I pulled off their capes, thinking I might put them back on, but I am not putting their capes back on. They're not. These are going to be more like robots, really, these three wise guys. So we're going to let him dry a little bit before I decide what else is happening. I do know one thing. See? Different story. I just changed. I just weaved. Just like that. So something Kylie and I were talking about before is the hole right here where the nutcracker, and I didn't bother painting where you pull that up. I didn't bother. It doesn't show. I'm gonna have a heart hanging there, and this one fits. So when he's all done, I will use probably a furniture tack, because they're usually a brass, and they're beautiful. I use those in art projects quite often, by the way. I have all different kinds of furniture tacks. If you know what I'm talking about, sometimes they have design. Well, they always have designs on them, and they're different. Anyway, I'm going to cut this off so I don't forget that we are doing this. Well, not cut.
Bye, Yolanda. You are actually going this time. You've had lunch and you're going to take Lucy for a walk. So, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much. And by the way, I saw your Lucy. Was it a stamp or a stencil? I could not believe. I mean, if your dog knew how famous she was, wow. Big hugs. Thank you for being here. If you notice in here, this is just a thing of junk that I pulled out, and I have many of these around me, but this one, I actually have some pirate coins, which I thought would be good on the wise guys, especially if he is a Viking. This one has a ship. So I was kind of thinking these might be a good thing to add to him also. And then I love using chess pieces or checker pieces. I think I'm going to be putting a chess piece on the one with the crown because it's got a flat inside. I also have these tiles, and they are clear green. Those could be something used. I mean, all of these things here, along with, washers and gears. Steampunk isn't just about gears, although it's hard to think about what, besides gears and keys and pipes, it's hard to, come up with steampunk stuff beyond that. So you just really got to think out of the box, So that's going to be his heart. We know that. And I won't do anything to that. I will leave it that red. So it's kind of like, so it really stands out. So I need to decide, he needs to dry so I don't knock any of that stuff off. Oh my gosh. So he's going to have a brass, maybe I should paint it copper. Do you think I should paint it copper? What are we thinking? That way I can do a really green on him. I don't know. I'm going to let this dry while I think about it, and then we're going to pull something else out. Okay.
Hi, Paula Hen. Good to have you here, pal.
Hey,
Sure knows what that
Paula.
means.
Oh, hello. You've got to take off. Thank you for being here, Cindy. It was really nice to have you. And please don't forget the thumbs up. And if you had fun, leave us a comment.
Bye, Cindy. Look forward to talking to you again.
Yes. Thank you so much. Okay. So I want to go to my little magic bucket of things that could be easy to do. I have some these are actually like witch bells I cut off. I just really liked the shape. I have some rusty stars that I purchased, and I have some rusty snowflakes. These are pretty small, so I got to think, what can these go on if I want to make them big. And I also got some of these. And I thought these were really cute, but they look so commercial. So I'm going to have to find a way to make these look less commercial, I think. I almost want to use light bulbs and just make some. Light bulbs are cool for that. Really, steampunk is a cross between Victorian and technology, the birth of sort of technology. So it is such a hard thing, Black mark on the book for Paula and Diane. Ooh, are you guys going to the yurt?
No, Paula came late, so Diane said she's meeting it. So I'm saying it's a black mark in the book.
So let's just do one of these real quick. And because the frame is off of it, and I have this really cool sort of steampunk paper down here, we can choose one of those and put that in there, and we'll choose like a character. But let's do this before it gets put together, so I don't have to worry about, we'll just use some Nuvo Mousse. We'll try it and see if it shows up. How's that sound? And I hope my copper's not dried up. And if it doesn't work, then we will use a paint or a spray or, something.
So Anne is asking, where do you find those rusty stars and bits?
The rusty stars, and look how many. I mean, these were only a couple bucks too. They were all on Temu, and I'm sorry to say that. Because I spoil my children at Christmas, and we have been a little bit broke. This year I had to do a lot of the spoiling. This is dumb that I have my ring on while I use this. I should not do that. Ow. I did get a lot of their like stocking stuffers and the things to help me with Christmas. Yeah. You know, they get toys, but they also get they always get an Oracle deck in there because they like stuff like that in their stocking. And I told Leah, my stepdaughter, under no circumstances will she get the same treatment if she doesn't believe in Santa, at least for 1 day or 2 days. So for 2 days, my children believe in Santa Claus, and they come Christmas Eve. They usually drink a little too much. They get along really well, my stepdaughter and my son and his partner. But I mean, they all put on their Christmas jammies. 1 year, though, my son and his partner bought elf pajamas. They were onesies, and they went upstairs to put their stuff up there and came down in their elf onesies. It was the best. It did stick. I'm kind of surprised. So they don't always put on the Christmas jammies they get, but that's okay. Yeah. It depends on if they buy something fun to wear or not.
So Anne says, you've no need to justify where you buy things from. We all have our own reasons for,
well,
where we buy from. And Paula asks how you're feeling.
Well, my arm hurts. I finally got my pain pills, and he finally gave me one for daytime that doesn't knock me out. And it actually gives me energy, hence why I sound like I feel so good right now. It was because that one gives me energy. And it's just Vicodin. That's all it is during the day. And then I have the oxycodone for nighttime. I start PT physical therapy on Monday. Let's choose a paper, shall we? This will be fun. And move this before it gets on everything. Gotta let that dry, won't take long.
So Julie's husband's up, so I've suggested that she actually hides the remote control for the TV and she keeps watching on the big TV. And Paula says that her nosy husband has just said, ooh, that's a giant engagement ring that you're making there.
Oh, this thing? Oh, definitely. Yep. Definitely. Yep. Is that a husband or a partner that just said that?
Well, she says hobby, so
okay. Yep. Well, because maybe she's getting one for Christmas. I mean,
I
mean, there's a thought, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to get stuff on it. Let me pull out this piece of paper. Put it down. I'm gonna put those over there. Ooh, don't let me move my arm like that. And I do have these steampunky papers. Yeah, I really did get a lot of things so that I would have some help, so it would make it easier for me. But I did go overboard. I did. And thank you for saying that I don't need to apologize for where I purchase things, because I feel guilty. I really do. But then I found out that Amazon, I already left Walmart, which they were delivering my groceries weekly, because I found out that they donated huge to the Trump administration. But I also then just found out that Facebook and Walmart or an Amazon each donated $1 million to the inauguration. So yeah. Oh, he's cool, but I wish he was smaller. He's so I don't know what I'm gonna do about Amazon. I mean, that's where we get a lot of things. We're not going to go to Walmart anymore. They're out. And I'd like to see these corporations that donated all this money so that they could have these huge tax breaks or not have to pay any taxes and not have to treat their workers nicely and, you know, all of that stuff. I really, I hope that it was, you know, not worth it for them in the end. I hope that people realize and depart, because no,
it's very difficult, because actually we shouldn't buy from any big corporation,
no,
because but we can't live without them in some ways,
right?
Because that's the way the modern world. I mean, I probably shouldn't say this, but I will. I would not buy a coffee from Starbucks from a very long time for a very long time, because they pay no corporation tax in the UK. So they have chains all over the place, but they pay nothing or virtually nothing in taxes here.
They're in my backyard, and they also donated to the inauguration. And we don't drink Starbucks, but now we will definitely not be drinking any Starbucks.
Yeah. But I mean, if you were to boycott every single corporation, you'd be left with
mom and pop stores.
Sorry. Yeah.
With the place we're supposed to be shopping, really, in our small communities. With you know,
but then there's so much that you can't buy there.
Right.
I mean, I buy local whenever I can, but you know, the Diane from the Messy Palette says she also buys from Temu. They have their place, and you know that's right. If you can get something cheaper there, so long as it's not been ripped off from somebody else, then
right.
That face looks great there in that circle.
You like? Is she too big, or because I do?
I liked when you put it in the kind of
I will. I was going to say I have one other option. I have these little characters, and they have like goggles on, and they could go on top of a piece like that. So we do, but the other one is a face also. She's got gears in her hat. So I guess we could do that. Just make it easy, right? Look at all of these steampunk. I'm going to have to do a steampunk book after this, you guys, or 7. Or 7. Seriously.
At least.
Yeah, I went overboard. I was just, thinking about my arm, thinking, I could really help myself out. Okay, so this is what we kind of stopped sending Christmas cards, and I think a lot of people have. So this is what I got this year, and they are postcards. They are happy. They all say Happy New Year or New Year's greetings, and they're going to be sent out probably 6 months later, because that's how I mail. But but these are for friends, and I love them. Aren't those great? So the deal with Temu, what I will do is I will look and see if that same item is on Amazon and if it's the same picture. Because what that says to me is Amazon is buying from the same place. Maybe not Temu, but they're getting it from the same supplier. And it doesn't make any difference, right? I mean, it doesn't. It's like you're still buying from the same supplier. You're just cutting out the middleman. Okay, so I'm going to lay her down right here. Just the plastic. And I'm going to go around it with... I'm going to use a brown Stabilo here.
I guess Julie lost the fight with the remote control because she's now in the office watching. So well done, Julie, for relocating and getting back here so quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's good to have you here.
I have headphones that I put on. It's funny. I can completely shut him out that way. But then he doesn't talk much. But as soon as I put those headphones on, suddenly my husband is yappy. And he'll be like, I've been calling you from the other room for a while. Or, you know, suddenly he wants to talk. You know? Okay, so we're going to cut that out. I'll use big scissors. I used my left hand there. We're going to... You know, I probably have a punch down. I think it's downstairs. That's this size. That would have worked nicely. I wish I had more of these frames. They came from, you know, I've had them for ages. They actually probably came in a bag of things, like craft supplies from the 70s or something. Because that's when where I think they're from. I can barely see my line. We're doing it. So it's super stormy today. So right now what I'm doing is I'm stocking up on things that I know that I might not be able to get later. But I also have a premonition, you guys. I don't think it's going to happen. The thing. You know, the thing? That everybody's donating to. I do not think it's going to happen. And Elon Musk started following me on TikTok today or yesterday. It's probably not him. It's probably like a team of people that, you know, want to put all of the naysayers on a firing range or something. You know? Gosh, I hope not. All right. So if this is dry, not quite. So it's going to get the turquoise treatment as well before I put that in there. But that will be that. This one does not have the hanger, but I might be able to make one just by adding something here, like a with some really good glue, a ring of some sort, something. And then maybe this one should get some of these butterflies on the outside of the frame. Maybe I need to do that to the other one. Where's that at? Let's see that. Because I have too many of those butterflies. Where did she go? Oh, she's drying. That's right. Well, darn. I'll have to remember that.
Diane says her hubby loudly makes coffee and loudly says, shh, Di is live almost every time she goes live.
Isn't that hilarious? Because they all do that, don't they? I mean, he will, if he's running late in the morning, he will stomp through the house. And if I tiptoe to the bathroom, I hear about it, you know, because we have an old house with floorboards, you know. That's just how it is. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that this is dry before I go after it with, and I'll try to use the wax again, since we now have it has some tooth on it. And I can use that one and that one. And where's my other one? Oh, that one. And I don't have a white, but you know, we'll see what we can do. We shall see. but it's got to be dry first. I have all these projects in different sort of stages. Let's go see if I'm going to see if the other one's dry. I mean, we got to finish one thing, right? Oh, isn't she beautiful? Isn't she gorgeous? I am going to do this with my left hand, of course. I've got this bronze, and I'm just going to get a little on my finger and dab it on there so I don't have it so solid. And this bronze is the best, you guys. This iridescent bronze. It just has the most color. It's so pigmented. Oh, yeah, that does it. Did you guys see what's happening there?
Gorgeous.
Yeah. And then I will add some butterflies. This won't take long to dry. I can do it right away. Let's see. Pretty for a little plastic frame. Sirens. Okay. Just, breaking it up. Should be softer, really. If you can, you could use a sponge or a Q-tip or, a spongy paintbrush. Cat's paw, Okay, I'm going to leave that like that. All right. Oh, and here. So that is the lucky thing about this kind of paint is it dries so fast. Ooh, that's pretty. Because this little bell is glittery. It's got a glittery texture. The whole thing does. Which is pretty darn cool. There we go. And I get to be golden finger now. Okay, let's add some butterflies and something to this. We could put some gears on it since I have way too many of those and I don't have to be so, I have these. And I'm just going to decide what kind of glue to use. Probably going to use I'll use the heavy, I think. I'm going to use the soft because I'm going to have to go through with my paintbrush and kind of clean up some of that glue. How many projects have I started and then changed my mind or, ow, sorry, that hurt. Okay. Or now I'm waiting for it to dry, Okay, so this is the soft gel medium, and it really is soft. It's starting to almost separate. I've had this bottle for so long. My mom got those for me at a yard sale, and they were brand new. And I think she paid $1 for them. Oh, all of them. Thank you, Diane. Thank you. 10:30 here, off to bed with tea and headphones on. Hubs keeps opening the door to see if I'm asleep yet. Oh, hey. Aw, I'm so glad you're still here, Paula. That means a lot. You guys are amazing. Okay, so we want a butterfly. Where did I put those? Right here. Okay. We want, I think I just have, I don't know why I put those in together. I do have some empty ones here. And they have magnets. Why don't I have these on my ceiling, my sloped ceiling or something? I don't know. I don't know what my problem is. Okay, and then I've got, this is just the new stuff. We used some of that, but these are flat. That's gears. I've got these little roses. That's a perhaps. Gosh, I went overboard on gears. I keep finding more. This little moon. moons. These are confetti, little confetti moons. Paula, you hear that? They make confetti moons. Okay, and then, so if I do like a butterfly, I think she needs a pearl, because you know I like to put pearls on things. Makes me happy. I think we need a smaller gear though than what I'm finding here. So let's get in our little bucket here. See if I can find a smaller one. Okay, I like that. I want it to be a different color than the golden butterfly too, because it needs to stand out. So, and I think something more, a little more solid, and that's bigger. This one actually has a screw on it. That's kind of cool.
Paula says moon it.
We could put a moon on it. We could do that. Let's put a moon on the other one and gears. And we'll put the butterfly on this one. And I might have to go in. I don't think I'm going to use the flowers. I might have to go in and do like I'm thinking a pearl in the middle of the butterfly, just a little teeny tiny one, but I'll probably do it afterwards because I'll have to go, you know, like get them. So I don't have anything bigger here. Oh. Do I want it that big? I know I want it sort of different, those colors. Okay. So if I do this and this, or no, that's so big. Wait a minute.
Paula thinks that image is from a Cocoa box.
It could be. They used to do a lot of images like that. That used to be a really popular thing. Ooh, this one looks like the sun, but it's gold. That almost goes behind somebody's head. So I'm thinking we're just going to do, I can't just have one. That's weird. I'm just going to start doing it. That's what I'm going to do. Just start doing it. And I'm going to grab one of these, maybe. And just kind of thinking I want something different. Oh, I have my stars too. Okay. Oh. All right. Put it away before you find more. Okay. So I'm just going to start doing it. Just going to start building. That one's too big. I'm thinking I'm going to go with that size. And then I can't just have one. So, whew, maybe I'll just keep that size. And if they're all the same size, it weirds me out a little bit. So we'll do that, and maybe some of those. I also have this flower. And this one goes away. Glue. I want to use one of these little spatula thingies. One of these little with the rubber tips. They're kind of soft. And these are one of those things like they were selling on Amazon, but then they also had the exact same picture and company, and it was like 1/4 of the price. Isn't that ridiculous? It is so ridiculous. Whatever is going on. Okay, I'm going to put a flower on first. Like that. I'm just kind of go down this little edge right here. We're going to put a gear on. I'm going to put it under the flower. And I wish this was a little bit bigger. I shouldn't be reaching across with this arm, but I'm just not that talented with my other arm. Let's put a little bit more under here. And sometimes when I can't make up my mind, what I will end up doing, and I know you guys have seen me do this, is I will say, okay, just do it. Just do it. And see, that is too much alike. So I think I am going to go back to this. Use the other arm. Come on. I'm going to put a lot of glue on that because I'm going to brush it back off with a paintbrush. I asked for some new paintbrushes for Christmas because I have had some of my paintbrushes for more than 20 years. I was looking at them and some of them are from college. Isn't that stupid? Okay, so no star because we have that. I'm going to put another gear right here. Maybe it should be a smaller one. And then
so we've got two comments here. Paula says, move the glue, Sharon, you nana. And Rhonda says, and I think she's laughing at the same time, needs pink. Needs pink.
Oh my gosh, Rhonda. You nasty girl, you.
I think she's winding you up.
She is winding me up. I know what she's doing.
Yeah.
I just Janet Jacksoned her.
Janet Jackson.
Nasty girl. That's a song. It's a song.
Yeah, I get it now.
I was trying to keep it clean.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I just needed it explained to me.
It's okay. Do you know the song?
Yes.
Okay.
But I didn't click to begin with.
So yeah, like I was saying, sometimes when I can't make up my mind, I will just say, you know what? I'm just gonna start doing it. Just gonna do it. And that is, you know, usually the way to go, because you'll end up with, and that looks far too even to me. Far, like for this girl, I can't have it that even. So I do need to have something probably coming down this side. And you were right about moving the glue. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Great suggestion.
There you go, Paula.
It was more about room on my desk. And those are the same color, and that will bother me a little, but that's okay. I can go back over it with some sort of wax, or, you know, do my thing, do my patina thing. And then, so I don't want to touch these until it sets up just a little bit before I start going over it with, maybe it's glitter time. Are they laughing at me?
No, I'm laughing at Julie's comment. She says, LOL, John just gave me a cup of tea and left the room. I laughed at your comments and he imitated me, thinking I was laughing at him.
Oh! So he's being nice. Oh, how sweet.
He was being nice, and then he thought she was mocking him.
That's funny. Okay, I'm not screwing that lid on. I'm just kind of setting it on there because I know we're not done with it. I'm going to do the thing. You know the thing I'm talking about? That thing?
Yep.
We were talking about earlier, like sometimes you just got to use glitter to cover up your glue. I'm dumping these in here. Well, I'm doing it. Instead of going in and knocking all of my fun little cluster, because it's going to collapse it. I don't want that to happen. Instead of that, and instead of the pearl, I'm going to go in with some sort of glitter. That's what I'm doing. And if this frame wasn't plastic, it would be embossing powder. So let's use this and go like this. I'm doing it. I'm glittering.
Yes, Diane, make glitter great again.
Yes, we can do that. This is about the only time you'll see me use it, is like when I want to, you know, create some texture and I'm going to paint over it. Or let's see, I only have cool colors too. Let's see. I have gold here, and that is already gold. I have that too close to. Oh, this is, I think this is one of my favorites. It's like a pearly white, and it's got some different sizes. There's a copper. Let's see. It's gold. That is a too close. And then I have this antique copper that's pretty cool. You know what? I'm thinking I'm going to use the copper. Or yeah, I think the copper.
I think everybody's getting excited about the glitter.
Are they? Really?
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
Well, Paula
she's
says
insane,
glitter.
or...
Yay. And Rhonda says, yes, glitter. Now, Diane says, and I don't know if it's a question or if it's a statement. I think it's a statement because it's got an exclamation mark at the end. You can emboss plastic, exclamation mark.
You can, but this also has a plastic film on the top of it, like a piece of acrylic, and I don't want it to melt. So I don't want to take any chances with it, because this is how this originally came. The other one just happened to be an empty, you know. And this glitter, there won't be this much of it on there when I'm done, after it gets, you know, brushed off and stuff. All right. This is actually going to make that butterfly look pretty cool. And I kind of feel like I want to add a little bit of glue to the edge of the wing, very carefully, and add a little bit more of the glitter since we're doing it, since we went there. I mean, if you're going to use glitter, Christmas is the time to do it, right? Oh, arm. Oh, okay. Let me have a coffee. Hold on.
Julie says she went through a glitter phase and she has so many varieties and colors of glitter that it's ridiculous.
Do you? I have a drawer that's got some other colors in it, you know, just in case. But for the most part, I only have that little old sewing tin, so that I can use colors that I would use. And I keep the other ones in case for some weird reason my style changes, or I have to do something for somebody else that is like their style. And I didn't mean to say have to. It would have been a get to. But you know, say pink is their favorite color or something. But that would be the only reason why I kept, you know, some of those other ones. Okay, you saw what I did there. Now I'm also going to make this cohesive by adding a little bit to the bottom of this, and maybe even on the inside, just with whatever is left on my thing here. Okay. I'm just going to go for it. I was trying to be all careful with my hand. Okay.
Oh, Diane Bell has to go now. Her son is here. So bye, Diane.
Diane, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget the thumbs up, and I hope to see you really soon. I'll post pictures of our Oracle cards and our projects. Thank you.
Yeah. Take care, Diane. Bye.
Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so you know, because I put glitter on this one, guys, that I'm gonna have to put glitter on the other one, and it's it might even be in a different color. I don't know. We'll see. Are we doing on time there? Oh,
Yeah,
only,
we're doing good. Oh gosh, 7 minutes.
yeah.
Last
Do you
time I
guys,
looked, we still had nearly half an hour.
want to go over a little bit? And maybe finish the other frame? Or do you want to stick to our time today? It's up to you guys. I'm going to go over whether I'm on camera or not. So that'll be me though. I think I just got another package. My dog's freaking out. So one of the things that I want to do, I got a bunch of black and white striped tissue paper, and I really want to add black and white stripes to some of the things. And I'm thinking on the Wise Guys. They might have a little black and white somewhere. Okay, I'm going to go over this. What is everybody thinking there? Yes, yes, yes. Paula's not ready to go to sleep yet. Right, Paula? Okay, I'm going to need another piece of paper because she's going to get glitter too. So that she matches. All right, we're going to use this. I'm just grabbing whatever here. The first thing I need to do though is wax. So, and these waxes do dry pretty fast, faster than paint. I'm just going to add it a little bit here and there. So it's funny, we'll be able to compare these because the other one has paint on it and this one will have wax on it. We can see them side by side that way. The different ways you can get your patina. I do really like using embossing powder for lots of unusual reasons and unexpected reasons, but that's only because I didn't know what to do with it when I got it at first. And so I was like, oh my God, this stuff melts. And I was so excited. So I started using it in weird ways because I didn't know what it was for. I had no idea. I wasn't a card maker. I didn't know, so yeah, that was fun.
So Rhonda is asking, does the wax dry and harden?
Yes, it does. I'm not as positive about it must, because a lot of people use this. This is a Finbear Prima marketing product, and you see them use it a lot in their videos. So, when they do like the 3D things, gosh, I wish I didn't talk with my hands. It is a natural function for me. And my husband last night, he was like, you need to stop talking with your hands, because I was chatting with him, and there I was talking with my hands. And he was right. I'm just getting another color in there,
Paula says the glitter gets everywhere, including in her undergarments.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I have a confession. So down on the dining room table, now I haven't filled them yet. I took out all of the new molds that I have that haven't had a chance to get any resin in them, because I wanted to check them out. And I have some really cool Viking girls. I accidentally bought 2 of the same one, which is fine, because that means I can pour 2 at the same time. And they were really cheap. They were from Temu. So they're so cool, by the way. Once this is dry, it's dry, and you can put it on jewelry too, to answer your question. Anyway, I decided to do the pigment first on that, because sometimes I like to paint those. Sometimes there's different ways I treat them. Sometimes I like to use alcohol ink or whatever, but I decided I was going to use pigment powder and a brush. Well, I had my brace on, and I had a variety, like a rainbow color of, but mostly gold, pigment powder all over my brace. When I was done, I said, look, honey, I decorated my brace too. But only I would do that. So yeah, that was pretty funny. Okay, so this could be dry just momentarily here, and I'm going to try to get her in here. So let's get our clear down first. This must fit. I mean, there we go. And then I'm going to skip this piece because it's too thick. This is cardboard. I'm going to put her in there. And then I'm going to have to probably turn her. Oh, no, she's not bad. Because that plastic is there, it shouldn't. Oh, there is something in there. Hold on. Probably glitter. Because it gets everywhere. I do need to trim her a little bit. We could call this, instead of shopping till you drop, go until your arm hurts. Probably. No. I'm getting stuff on it. No. What is that? New baby wipe, please. Ow. Okay. Gotta make sure. And see, and I'm using a dirty thing to do this on. Don't you hate it when you're putting pictures in a frame and you realize after you're all done that you probably should have cleaned the inside of the glass? Are you laughing at me? Yeah. See, there's something right here, and it could have been there when I got it out. I mean, this has been floating around in a basket for a very long time. There's already glitter on this. How is that possible? How? It's new. I don't understand it. I don't get it at all. I'm going to put that over there. So I am going to dry it off with my shirt because that's the safest, I think. Need to start shopping.
Chopping.
Chopping veggies for a slow cook very soon. Oh, we're going to be done pretty quick anyway. But it is because, glitter, I think.
I'm still here, Julie. Yep.
Glitter teleports. That's what it is. It's one of those teleporting mediums. I did it. Okay, and if I decide I'm going to put a loop on here, do I need to do it before this? No, I don't, because I think what I can do, I'm trying to put it on upside down, I think. I'm pretty sure what I can do is, come on, go in there. There we go. How is she crooked? She wasn't crooked. Okay. All right, that's it. Try to use this. When I put this in here, she became crooked. Okay, fine. All right. It's okay if she has a beauty mole, right? She has a beauty mole. It's a piece of glitter. I'm leaving it. It's staying. I'm sorry. See, it's right there. It's in a perfect place. Okay, so what I can do to make sure that she can have a dangle is put something on the bottom. And that shall be maybe where we start building our these. And I need a butterfly. No, we weren't going to do a butterfly this time. What were we going to do, guys? Oh, the moon. The moon. Now these are cardboard. They're not, they're meant to be confetti, but they're not made out of the thin metal. They're actually made out of like a heavy gold cardstock that's gold all the way through, but they don't feel like plastic. I'm pretty sure they're cardstock. So maybe we'll put the moon up here, or because it kind of needs to be on the top if we do.
Ooh, that looks good.
Or maybe we go all witch on it, all crone on it.
Ooh, yes.
We could also put that on her hat if we. Maybe that's where it goes. Do you see it?
I think she is a year-round decoration.
I think she is too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the hat? Or do we put it on here? I wish this thing was flat. It's cut. I mean, this thing is not level at all. Maybe
Where'd you love it? Where'd you love it, Rhonda? On the hat or on the top?
Yeah, Rhonda, why don't you choose this time?
She thinks it gets lost up top. So
Yeah.
I think she's saying on the hat.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's do that. And then let's find a teeny.
Julie likes it sideways.
She's you like it this way?
Yeah, Rhonda likes it on the hat.
Are you guys good with it like that? I think this is where we use our little flowers. I've also got brown.
Definitely the hat, that's for sure.
Okay, so where are the brown ones? Let's get those out. Might use brown, not black and white, because I think they match. And she has like a ribbon right there that's all crinkled up, but you can't really see it because it matches the hat. Now, a smart thing to do would have been to take some gel pens to some of the details on her before I stuck her in there, but it's too late now. I'm not doing it. If I didn't have an injured arm, I probably would have gone back in and done that, but I'm not going to. I won't. So what I'm going to do to create that dangle opportunity on the bottom is I'm going to put something on the bottom, and I have a better plan than that. Hold tight for a second, because I think I know. Might have a bigger one. Hold on. Let me get my treasure chest out. Anything that I have to use something from my treasure chest, I think is a year-round thing. What do you guys think? Treasure chest. Okay. I'm thinking. Are you ready for this, guys?
Ooh.
I am thinking kind of like the way I did the lion. This is an antique piece, and it's actually made out of bronze or, something special. And it was a brooch that was broken. So I'm kind of thinking like one of these sorts of pieces, or one that's round, or I kind of like that shape. They're just earrings. That's all. It is. Pair of earrings. There's lots of these kind of things in here. I have bigger, but I think this is too big for, I don't want to lose that much of it. I also have pieces like this. That was a shoe clip. It's not flat. Pieces like this. It's a little overwhelming. No, that's too special.
I don't know what Diane's on at the moment because she says, I think if I was standing, I would fall over because your camera moved. LOL. I didn't
Did
see
my
it
camera
move.
did my camera
Did
move?
it? Did it?
How's that? Sorry.
It's only 8 a.m. in Australia, and
So do you feel like you want to fall over because of all of the gorgeousness in here? Is that what you're saying?
oh, maybe it's that.
Maybe it's that. I'm thinking, yeah, this is a lot of gorgeousness. And this is just, I do have more of these kind of things on the other side of the room in antique jewelry boxes. But this is just the treasure chest I keep by the desk. Like this was, it's missing some of its little pieces. And look at the colors there, but it really outshines this. So I think this could be a frame for an ornament, technically.
Colors are beautiful.
They're perfect, I think. Yeah. Okay, so let's use that one that I got out first. I'm gonna put this back. That's why it looks like a treasure chest right here. And I did use my left arm because that is way too heavy for my right arm. Right there. Okay. So let me put my ring back on. I changed colors again, guys. My mood ring.
Yep, I saw it changing, or slowly changing.
Isn't that crazy? Okay. So the moon's going on the hat. Gonna put a couple of these flowers on there. I have a star that can go on somewhere. And we're going to put this on the bottom so that something can hang from it. So let's just take this off right here. We won't go much longer. My arm is starting to tell me it needs to put my brace back on. I have been sleeping without my brace, but I prop blankets up underneath my arm exactly like my brace. It's just that the brace is so stiff and it's made out of such hard, like hard foam that it's it's hard to sleep. So, okay, now I have to decide how far up this goes. And does it go this way? So I'm going to let you guys decide that while I glue down the moon and get a feel of these little flowers down. Okay. You know, I'm going to use my glossy accents for this to glue this stuff down. Make sure it's working. And I don't need a pin. Okay, I shouldn't have to squeeze too hard or it hurts me. Let's get a pin. Of course, I don't have one just handy. Totally forgot I made this because it's got special stuff in it, guys. Totally forgot.
So Martha says, watching you, Sharon, makes her want to get all her treasures and do an assemblage. That's good. You're influencing someone.
Well, and she makes beautiful assemblages too. She was in the hop a lot with me, and yeah, I like to treat everything like an assemblage. Really, I realized something about myself yesterday. I am 52. I realized that I can't do. Because I tried to come up and make some ornaments, just some quick ornaments, right? I can't do anything without doing all the fuss. Anything. Everything in my home, it makes me a collector. It makes me a slight hoarder. It makes everything very fussy. I have fussy detail everywhere. Fussy detail on everything. I can't have anything that doesn't have fussy detail. And I never even considered that about myself, and that's why I can't just do a simple project, I can't find a pen right. Oh yeah, I can. Right here. I have a pen in my little magnet thingy, or in here. Okay. And it kind of bothers me because I frustrate myself. Do you frustrate yourself too, Martha? I get frustrated because I can't just do something simply. It does seem like a nice thing, sometimes, but sometimes it's a curse, honestly. You love the frustration.
Yeah.
I've often wondered if I don't thrive on having all those extra responsibilities, and it's like I can't just have one house plant. Why aren't you working? You were working the other day. I can't just have one house plant. I've got to have 25. I can't just have one jewelry box. I've got to have 9. I can't, I'm just I overwhelm myself. I do. And then, I should be empty nesting, and I get pets that, require my constant attention. And, same with the plants. Okay, maybe this just needs to happen.
Yeah, Diane says #thrives on chaos, and I think that's right. And Martha says her head just keeps spinning to make everything fit. And I think there's an element of that. We want things to be the way we feel comfortable with them, whether that's in a piece of art that we make, or whether it's in the things we have around our home. It's got to feel right.
I think it's an
But right
artist
to
thing.
us is not necessarily right to someone else, and that's okay.
I also think it's an artist thing. Like if you are an artist that does clean, sort of simple, clean lines, stuff like that, you probably don't have the same problem. You probably that one has a screw. You get what I'm saying. Oh, I really wish it was one that was colored. It's just too big. I think it depends on the style of artist that we are.
Yeah.
Just that, Okay, so I need one of these here.
Julie says your glossy accents probably needs a pin to release the glue.
I did that. I think the pin I used was way too short. I think I need a bigger one. But I got it finally. And I've had to do it a couple times. See, I'm using these teeny tiny little short pins. Oh, well, and that one was even longer. Oh my goodness. I am feeling my shoulder.
Oh, you need to be careful.
Yeah.
Do not overdo it.
Well, we're almost done, so we'll be okay. Okay,
She is looking amazing.
Do you guys think that this goes this way, or does it go this way? And how high up? Should I take it at the curve, or should I do it longer? I mean, because there's an option there, because that kind of makes it look like a head and shoulders. I mean, it kind of gives her a body.
I like that way.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going
to that's me. I like that, but that's just me.
Well, I'm going to do it that way because I'm kind of liking that too. And
yeah, Diane's saying that way.
So I'm just going to go ahead, and it's coming out now. I'm going to have her stuck to the wax paper.
Joanne says at the curve looks nice. Julie's saying that way.
So she's going to have a body, and let's get off of that because it's just going to be stuck to wax paper in a minute. Okay. So because way too much came out that time. I might have to turn her over and tape that down
Yeah.
and let her dry that way. Same with the things I'm adding here. Might have to happen. So I have a star, and this is one of those 3D stars that I love so much. And I'm thinking I can probably just put it right here. Because I want to put the flowers. These are all big things so far that I've put on her hat. So now I want to put flowers on her hat. So let me put this on a little more crooked, like there, right there. So I've got these, and these are made for fingernails, you guys. Isn't that crazy? These little, I mean, would you have that on your fingernail? It's a little overkill, I think. But they're perfect for this sort of stuff. So we're just going to add some flowers. And they come really small too. So I'll put one here. I should be using tweezers.
Yeah, someday, I think it was maybe Diane did say earlier, you need tweezers.
Yeah. Yeah. I have some. I don't know if I could find them right now or... Okay, and then what I'll end up doing with her body... Yeah, I'm going to have to tape that on upside down. What I'll end up doing... So I'm gonna pull that away because I know that I'm going to, you know, do it that way. I will probably add a dangle, just one dangle, like a pearl. And I could even give her arms. I mean, if I really wanted to, but I'm not going. I'm not going to do that. No. I'm going to put a jewel in the middle.
Says she gets mesmerized with assemblage, and she's also loving this lady.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, she is. She's so beautiful.
I'm really loving this too. I'm thinking, so this is going to get probably some paint on my finger after or whatever when I go to put this together. When I finish her off, I'll probably put a jewel or something in the middle and then a dangle, maybe a pearl. She might get a few little pearls, like seed pearls around the flowers. And I can't just do 2 flowers. That's wrong. I got to have a third. I don't know where it goes yet, though. We'll find out. Hold on a minute. Let me see. I'm just going to do it. Kind of want to put it right there. But then it's not really on her hat. But that's where it goes, right? Isn't that where it goes? I mean, yeah, that's it. Okay, and then it's possible that a flower goes in there, but I'm kind of thinking a jewel. But we won't see the vision on that until it gets its color, you know, because that is, yeah. So we need to let these dry before I'm going to do something real quick. Hold on. Stay right there. Okay, we put glitter on the other one, right? So what if, I was saying seed pearls, but what if I use this sort of mermaidy stuff here? Or go back to the copper. I've got this one that's kind of brown. I think it's got too much brown. I could go get those seed pearls and use that. That's kind of a rose, turquoise.
So Diane from the Messy Palette says she will be going live in 1.5 hours over on, and I hope I get this right, Jilcy Journal's channel. And they will be working with her new boho digi kit. Exciting.
Oh, that's fun. That's really fun. Well, if my husband doesn't come home from work by then, I will come and say hi. He went into work today for a little while. He had to. But then we've got some stuff that we have to do this afternoon. Blah. Nobody wants to do that, but you know. But you know. So yeah, that sounds fun. And it's Josie's journal. Will you write that down for us there, Kylie?
Yeah, I'll send you Jilcy journals.
Okay.
I don't know that one.
Okay.
I would love to be there, but I suspect I'll be in bed by that time.
Oh
But
yeah. It's
I
late.
will try and go and watch it on replay. So Jilcy journals.
I haven't.
And Martha says, Sharon, you need some epoxy sculpt. It changed my game tremendously when trying to adhere pieces. It's her secret sauce. And Julie is chopping now.
I do have some of that on my wish list from, some epoxy clay. I would love to see how you actually use it to make that work. Do you remember when I said I should have used a gel pen on the edge of her hat? Well, I just figured it out. No gel pen. I have something better, and I actually was going to use this, but I think I'm going to use the brighter copper. I'm going to use this. Okay, I got to get her on a piece of paper. I can okay, we'll just share. We can share, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've got her. And then what I'll do is put those in my secret mix that's got all my party mix that's got the different colors. Oh, wait, that's my embossing powder. What am I thinking? Well, I could put it in my embossing powder. It would actually work, but okay. So what I did, I went around the edge of her hat. I added a little here and there of the glossy accents, right? I just put a pen in it in case I need to add more. And don't you stick. And we're going to use the brighter copper, either that one or, because we used kind of the brownish copper there. That one or that one. They kind of look the same. So that one. Okay. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
Okay.
Diane says she's just started using UV gel. 5 seconds with the UV light and it's rock hard.
Oh, I have that for my nails. Yeah. I do. Okay, so I also put some on the star up here. I should have put a little bit on the roses. So, I'll probably end up, I'll put the wax on this that matches that, and figure out a jewel, and I'll figure out a way to add just a touch of this to the bottom so that they have some cohesion. These are going to end up being all your things, aren't they?
Yep.
I
Definitely.
can't not go overboard. I don't know what my deal is. I wish I wasn't like that sometimes,
No.
But
it's
when you're doing it when you cook, when you're doing it when you decorate your mantle, when you're doing it when you, there are definitely places in your life to not go overboard. And I don't have one. I was realizing this just yesterday. Like I am an overboard person. I am an all in or nothing person.
That is to be admired. It's yeah, no. That's a good thing, not a bad thing.
I think it's a type A personality thing too. Kind of that person that's a good leader, but they're, they're a lot of energy. And I know that
Mm-hmm.
not everybody can handle the energy. It's irritating to some, and I know that. I get it. I spent my whole life wishing I wasn't like that. Hey, there's maybe the pearl for the bottom. But I'm getting used to being me. Hey, that's it right there. That came off of an antique necklace, and it's got like it's almost a flat gold.
Beautiful.
I think that's good. That'll be it. So I am going to, now that we've made a glittery mess, started 9 projects. I feel like I did get a lot accomplished today, and it was so fun to hang out with everybody. I would like to say thank you for, really, really hanging out with me and Kylie and all of my 200% energy. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best. Sounds like black cockatoos outside. Well, Diane, you should show us that for gluing metal. I know Martha has talked. Martha, you've mentioned that before, the epoxy sculpt too. Yeah. So we actually went a half an hour over today, and I appreciate y'all like just kind of chilling and being here a little bit longer and putting up with me. You guys are the best. And so is Kylie. Thank you, Kylie.
Oh, my pleasure to be here, and great chatting with everyone in chat. And
Yeah.
And remember, Sharon and I are gonna bring you some stuff in the new year. So
Yes,
look
we
out
are.
for that. Please do.
Yes. And photos of the cards, don't forget, coming up. And as I finish these projects, I will get some photos as well. But it won't be until like tomorrow or, but thank you. Thank you so much. And we'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye for now, guys.